Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputra Parasharam cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Matasya Shishyam Shri Shankaracharya Matasya Padma Padam cha Hastamalakam cha Shishyam Tam Todakam Vartika Karamanyan Asmadgurun Santatamanatosmi Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vitvaram. Kalabhyam Chudalang Kridashashikalabhyam Nijatapaha Phalabhyam Bhakteshu Prakatita Phalabhyam Bhavatu me Shivabhyam Astoka Tribhuvana Shivabhyam Hridi Punaha Bhavabhyam Ananda Spuradanu Bhavabhyam Natiriyam. Ankolam Nijabida Santidirasa Kanto Palam Suchika Sadvi Naija Vibhum Latakshitiruham Sindhu Saritvallabham Prapnoti Hayata Tata Pashupate Padaravindatvayam Cheto Vrittirupetya Tishtati Sada Sa Bhaktirityucchate. Ka Bhakti. What is devotion? Pashupadehe Padaravindatvayam Cheto Vritti Upetya Sada Tishtati Sa Bhakti. Devotion is that mind continuously associating itself at the feet of lotus feet of the Lord at all times. Sa Bhakti, that is what is called devotion. As I said, it is Tadatmyat Bhakti. Bhakti is Tadatmya identification. As much as even in our worldly living, when we say I love someone, it is mind gravitating towards that person or an object at all times. That's why in Bhagavad Gita also it is said, Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sankaha Teshu Upajayate. Right? Vishayan Dhyayataha Pumsaha. A person who is continuously thinking or meditating upon as though Teshu Vishayeshu Sangaha Upajayate. Then there is a mental association. Identifying with an object of joy. Gurudev call it as, that is ladder of all. Gurudev is also ladder of all only. Do you know that? So this particular series of things, no? Then you think about it, then Sangha. Sangat sanjayade kamaha. Kamat krodaha. Krodat sammoha. Sammoha smriti vibrama. Smriti vibramshat buddhi nasha. Buddhi nashat pranashyati. That is called ladder of fall. Gurudev is also ladder of all only. He is a ladder of all. Isn't it? He lifts you up. It's a ladder, will go up for everybody. Anyway, so Sangaha, mental association. So here also, Cheto Vritti Upetya Tishtati Sada Sabhaktihi. Mind continuously associating with the lotus feet of the Lord. And like what? That 5 examples were given. Ankolam Nijabida Santati Prapnoti. And here we should understand, little technically if you look at it, Ankolam Bijanam Karanam. So the Bhakti Karanatvat. First one is Bhakti kisse hota hai? And why? Why we should have, or we will have, we should have Bhakti towards the Lord. Kasmat Karanat. What is the reason? The reason is Bhagavan eva Karanam. Sarvasya Karanam Bhagavan eva. Tasmat Karanat. Like for the seed, cause is what? The tree. Similarly, for us, who is the cause? As I said on the other day, if you ask a teenager, why are you late? Because. No answer for that. But here, Bhagavan Sarvasya Karanatvat. So we should understand that we are because of Bhagavan, presence of Prasan. Bhagavan alone makes us what we are. Mula Karanam Sarvasya Bhagavan eva. Ishwara eva. And that's Upanishad also very clearly says, Tasmat Paye Tasmat Akasha Sambhudaha. From there only Akasha started. Akashat Vayuhu. From Akasha, the space, air came. Vayoho Agnihi. Agnehe Apaha. Adbhya Prathivi. Prathivya Oshadayaha. Oshadibhyonnam. Annat Purushaha. Purusho Narasamayaha. So each one is a Karanam for the next one. Right? Purushanam Karanam Annam. Annasya Karanam Parjanyaha. Or Bhumihi. Bhumehe Karanam Apaha or Jalam. Jalasya Karanam Agnihi. Agnehe Karanam Vayuhu. Vayoho Karanam Akasha. Akashasya Karanam Brahma eva. Tasmat Sarvasya Karanatvat. So Bhakti develops only when we know that Saheva Karanam. The Lord alone is the cause. The example we have to expand. So he gives 5 examples, right? 5 similes, not simile. I said upma. Not upma, upama. Simile. Karanatvat. Bijasya karanam vriksha. The tree alone is the cause of the seed, tasmat. So next one is what it is said. A magnet and the iron filing. Right? So that is what? Antaryamitvat. Antaryamihi. Meaning, what does that mean? Antaryami means. See, the iron file cannot move without it being iron. If we put a plastic one, will it move? Huh? Or wood piece? Wood piece we put, if you put a magnet behind that, and will it move? It won't. Plastic, you don't move. So, that very filing was, what is that which makes a file move because of the movement of the magnet? Because that file's antaryami is Bhagavan. Antaryami is the very same iron with which that magnet is made. This is the reason when I said yesterday that when the question is raised in Kenopanishad, Keneshitam pradati preshitam manaha kena prana pradama praidiyukta. Why is that, or what is the cause of eyes able to see, ears able to hear, mind is able to think, etc. So, what is the answer given? Shrotrasya shrotram, manasaha manaha, chakshushoho chakshuhu, pranasya pranaha, vachoha vacham. Right? Meaning what? The very antaryami of vak is Paramatma. Antaryamayati iti antaryami. Remaining inside, moving it. Bhagavan doesn't do anything outside. It's very interesting. He gets everything done inside. Ishwara sarvabhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani. See, when you look at the world, is it because the world you are looking at, because of you are looking at the world? If you say, because there is world I see, it's wrong. If that is the case, you will not be able to go to sleep. You decide to see the world, right? It is not the world makes you see. So what is that which is the cause of every experience? You. Think. The Western world thinks that because I think I am. No, because I am, therefore I think. Because I choose not to think also. Many of you do that. Right? Living thoughtless existence. So, it is, don't say that I think, therefore I am. I am, therefore I think. And without that thinking, can there be an experience? No. So what makes you think? The world or you, yourself, your own antaryami, the inner consciousness which is present in you, coming out as a thought, makes you able to think and experience. Just as the iron filing, because it is inherently iron, therefore the magnet can connect with that. If it is anything else, it won't. So too, the consciousness in us is there, therefore it is ear of the ear, eye of the eye, mind of the mind, prana of the prana. So therefore, this one is called antaryamitvat. That is the second reason. So we should understand, bhakti kisse hona chahiye? Who is that Bhagavan? Antaryamu rupena sada sarveshu kaleshu sarvabhuteshu sada tishtati tasmat. Because he is there in the heart of everyone at all times, it is not even ever absent. And within that only, within each one of us, and he is making his expression. When Bhagavan shows the Vishwarupa, what does he say? Vishwameva mama rupam. Everything is me only. Matta parataram na anyat kinchitasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre maniganaiva. I am inherently present in all of them, like that of a thread which connects all the pearls. So second example is antaryamitvat. Right? The third example is what? Sadvi, Saridval, Sadvi, What is it says? She is so fond of her husband. Sadvi naija vibhum prapnoti. So one's own beloved. And you know, that sadhvi, that stri, is looking forward to her husband's presence, ananda rupatvat. Anybody who gives joy, we look forward to that person. Gurudev used to say, cultured people are those who give happiness wherever they go. Others, whenever they go. Are you giving joy to people wherever you go, or yeah, chalo ho gaya, chalo bhai. So why we love ourselves? Because Ananda is our nature. Why we want to be happy? Because that is our nature. We cannot be otherwise. Whenever we are away from it, we feel restless and unhappy. And in the same way, when we see a joy somewhere, we are naturally attracted to that. Just like here, sadhvi naija vibhum prapnoti. Like that woman or the lady who is looking for her beloved. Beloved means what? Be loved. So beloved is to be loved. Therefore, she, not loved, L-O-U-D, be loved. Because the love, that is because the nature is happiness. Wherever, whoever gives happiness, we get naturally attracted to that. So, ananda rupatvat, that is the cause, hetu. You know, when you are logically analyzed, you have to show the hetu. So the third example is, hetu is what? Ananda rupatvat bhaktihi. The fourth example is what? Lata kshitiruham. Just like the creeper is twining itself onto the tree. What is the reason? Ashrayatvat. Ashraya means support. कौन है आश्रय हमका? हमारा कौन आश्रय है? So now you are all sitting there on the carpet, on the chair, correct? Right or not? Okay, so you are sitting on a chair. Where is chair is sitting? Huh? Where? Tell no, what is the hesitation here? Where is the chair sitting? On the carpet. Carpet is sitting where? Floor. Earth. Earth is sitting where? Suspended in the air. Think about it. Now tell me, where are you? Floating in the air. Think about it. Huh? You're floating in the air. Some people cannot sleep in the flight. You know why? We are somewhere floating. Always you are only floating. What are you talking about? Swamiji, I can't sleep. Why? We are in 30,000 feet height. We are just floating there. What do you mean? All the time you are floating only. Where else? Where is the earth? Is floating in the middle of nowhere. Kaun hai ashraya? Who is supporting it? Just like the tree supports the creeper, its sustenance is because of the tree, so too the entire creation is supported by whom? Because of what? So, do I not have the devotion to the one who is supporting me? Ashrayatvat. Because sarvasya ashraya, sarvata adharatvat, ashrayatvat. So, devotion to the Lord should be understood as a continuous gratification towards Him, for He being the very substratum of the whole existence. So just like that creeper is supported by the tree for its sustenance. So the fourth example is ashrayatvat bhakti. Fifth example is Sindhu Saritvallabham Prapnoti. Just like the river goes back to where? Its own origin. Therefore, Parama Purushartatvat. Because where do all the jivas journeying toward? All the jivas are going towards moksha only. All of them heading towards the same destination. At various degrees or various levels we are moving towards that. And as a human being we know it. And we can consciously move towards that. Whereas other living beings are unable to proceed further, expedite their process. That's why Manushya Janma is considered as the most blessed situation or predicament, because we are given the chance now. Don't waste that. Manushya Janma is such a rare one because we can consciously progress towards our destination. And who is the destination or what is the destination? Apuryamanam achala pradishtam samudram apaha pravishanti yatvat tatvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashanti mapnodi na kama kami esha brahmi sthiti partha esham sthami partha na edam prapya vimuhyati sitvasya antakalepi brahma nirvanam vricchati. Just like the rivers, when they fall or flow into the ocean, it never rises up because it is already full. Similarly, a man who has reached the state of realization, without all desires may come to him, but he will not move. Sa kama kami, akama. So, all the kama have entered him, he does not become kamasya kami. Why? Purnatvat. Anyway, so just like the river finally goes into the ocean without disturbing the ocean, it merges into that. So too, bhakti is because I am going back to my home only. The way Gurudev would say, Hari Om. Go back home. That is your true home. That's where you have come from. You are going back home. So, that's why Parama Purushartatvat. So, these are the 5 reasons. Karanatvat, Antaryamitvat, Anandarupatvat, Ashrayatvat, Paramapurnatvat, Paramapurushartatvat, Bhakti. So this is the beauty of this verse. Now, question is, why Shiva Bhakti? Because we see in first verse about Shiva and Parvati. Second one is, what is Bhakti? But what is Shiva Bhakti? So now we go to one beautiful verse I read some time back. I think it was composed by Appaya Dikshitar. This verse goes like this. Maule kanga shashankau karacharana krite karacharana tale shitalanga bhujanga vame bhage dayadra himagiri duhita chandanam sarvagatre ittam shridam prabhudam tava kanaga sabha nada sodum kwa shakti chitte nirveda tapte yedi bhavati nate nityavaiso madiye. Very beautiful verse. Bhagavan Shiva has got Ganges on his head. If you go to Gangotri or Gomukh, you cannot touch the water. It's so cold because it is glacier melting and coming there. Maulau on your head. What is there? Cold Ganga. There's Maulau Ganga. Ganga is there. And then he has got crescent moon. Moon is always cool. Therefore, Shashankau, Maulo, Ganga, Shashankau. So you have Ganges, the cold Ganges on your head. And you have got the crescent cold moon also on your head. Karacharanatale, on your kara, on your both the hand and feet, etc. What is there? Shitalanka Bhujanga. Cold snakes. Have you ever touched a snake? Cold. Cold-blooded, they say. Cold. Vame bhage, on your left side. Dayadra himaguriduhita. On your left side, whole of left side is occupied by whom? Daughter of Himavan. She is also very cold. Right? So on the head you have Ganges, which is cold. Cool crescent moon, that is cold. Chandanam sarvagatre, and also your body filled with all the cold sandal paste. Snakes are crawling all over your body. Half of the body is occupied by Girija, that is Himavan Putri, Haimavati, snow girl. Ittam Shridam Prabodam. This you are so cold. E Kanaga Sabhanata Kash Sodam Shaktihi. How are you bearing such a cold thing? You know why? Ittam Shridam Prabodam Tavaka Nagasabha Nada Sodam Shakti. You know why? Because you are residing in my head or in my heart. What is that heart? Chitte nirveda tapte yedi bhavati nate nityavaso mati. My heart with love, full of ignorance, anger, lust, passion, filled with so much of heat of fire, therefore you are able to bear all this. Compensate. You are staying in a very hot, my heart. Hot heart. And that is where you are able to feel no cold of all these things that you have. So, Shiva Bhakti is because the devotee feels that even though my heart is filled with so much of lust, passion, greed, jealousy, all these which are all burning there, because of your presence, I am feeling good, and because of my presence, you are feeling good. Mutually, we can compensate each other. Kyo? So, why this Shiva Bhakti? Now it is said, the next verse we see. Nalamba. There's a different meter here. Pasyan Gokshigata Chara Chara. Nalamba Paramopakara Midam. Nalamba Paramopakara Kamidam. Tvekam Pashunam Pate. Pashyan Kukshikadan Chara Charaganan. Bhahyastitan Rakshitum. Sarvamartya Palayano Shadamadi. Jwalakaram Bikaram. Nikshiptam karalam galena galitam. Gilitam written, okay. No girnameva tvaya. Nalamba paramopakara kamidam tvekam pashunam pate. Pashyan kukshigadan characharanagadan. Tahyastitan rakshitum. Sarvamartya palayano shadamati jwalakaram bikaram. Nikshiptam garalam galena galitam nodgirnameva tvaya. It should be galitam. Huh? So it is said here, He Pashunam Pate, O the Lord of the Pashus. See, as I said yesterday, we are all Pashus only. Pashu means Pashyati iti Pashuhu. What does the animal do? It sees, perceives. Perceives, therefore it's called Pashu. But we have an additional quality of thinking. We are not only Pashus, but we are also think. Therefore, Mananat Manushya hai. मन है तो मनुष्य है, मन नहीं तो मही है तो मंकी है. So we are able to think man because of there is man. English also word the man is taken from there only. Man hai to manushya hai. So we are not only Pashus, but we are able to proceed to the next level towards the Lord because we think. What we see, we don't merely go by what we see. We think about what we see. Whether it is right or wrong, to be done or not to be done, to be worried or not to be worried about. So in general, we are all Pashus only. So Pashunam Pate. So when the legendary story, that is where the Samudra Mathanam took place, you all know that. Do you all know? I presume that you all know. So when the Samudra Mathanam took place, where the mountain, Mantara mountain, was being churned in the Milky Ocean, Vasuki was used as a churning rod, churning rope. Bhagavan Vishnu, he had said that the Amritam that would come will be equally shared with everyone, because one side it will have Rakshasas, another side the Devatas, let them churn and then we will share everything. But actually he didn't do that. Anyway, so that churning was going on. When the churning started, before that the Rakshasas were given the choice. Which side of the snake you want to hold? So then Vishnu asked, which side you want to hold, tail or the head? So the Rakshasa said, why should we hold on to the tail? We'll hold on to the head only. Chalo. Vishnu smiled, chalo, karo. And the other Devatas took the left. Devatas felt very bad. Giving me tail, back of the whole thing. There is a reason, do this. So they took the tail and Rakshasas took the head. When the churning started, what happened? All Vishnu came out. Who got affected first? Then Vishnu said, didn't I tell you? That's the reason now. Now there the fume started. And none of them could bear it. At that time only Bhagavan, Shiva was invoked, and even though they are Rakshasas, but for him, everybody is same. Bhagavan Shiva did not discriminate at all. Whether it is Rakshasas or Devatas, they are all my creation only. Right? Because of their impurities in the mind, they have become what they are. When the impurities are gone, they are also equally divine. All of us also divine by nature, but devil by behavior. Because we have no correct thinking. Our thinking is wrong, our thoughts are wrong, therefore we act devil. But inner divinity is same in everybody. Nobody is deprived of God's presence in the heart. When we know it, we become divine. That's why Bhagavan Krishna explains that as Daivi Sampat and Rakshasi or Asuri Sampat. So by nature, all of us have got the divine qualities. Because of our impurities in thinking, inability to think rightly, we act devil. See, that's why the word evil, if you put it other way around, it will become L-I-V-E. Devil is what? Life lived wrong. L-I-V-E-D, put the opposite direction. What is it? Your name? D-E-V-I-L, is it not? So what does it mean? When you live wrongly, you are devil. So he did not discriminate. Yes, they also had to be protected. So he took the terrible poison, he started to consume it. But then he did not fully, beyond the throat, he did not take it. He stopped it there. So this is what is pointed out here. Pashunam pate kukshigatan characharagadan bahyastitan rakshitum. To protect all the living beings, if we had taken it inside, kukshigatan, kukshi means inside one's own stomach. Kukshigatan chara achara ganan rakshitum. All the people of the world, they are said to be in the stomach of the Lord. And Devatas and the Rakshasas who are living in the heaven, they are considered as those who are outside that. Kukshikadan chara charaganan, then bahyastitan rakshitum, sarva amartya palayana adijwala karam bikaram nikshiptam garalam aushadam iti pashyan tvaya gale na galitam na udgirna eva idam tu ekam param upakaram na alamva. This is how the prose should be. First of all, na alamva, is it not sufficient to worship this Lord? Ekam parama upakarakam, na alamva parama upakarakam idam tu ekam pashunam pate. You are the only person who is ever interested in helping others. Parama uparakam means kritam, parama uparakam, meaning one who is parama upakaraka, one who is always engaged in helping others. Na alamba, is it not sufficient of this Lord alone who is ever interested in serving everybody? Ekam pashunam pate, when Pashyan, seeing, Kukshigadan, one who was, those which are there in his own stomach, Chara acharaganan, all the living beings moving and unmoving, Bahyastitan, and also outside him, Rakshitum, to protect them, Sarva amartya palayana, when the very Visham that came which made everybody run, all the Devatas ran, all of them ran. Amartya means those who are not subject to deaths, or the immortal ones who ran. Palayana, they ran away. What did he do? Aushadam. He take it like a medicine. Adijwala karam bikaram. Which is not just a poison, it is adijwala karam. It is extremely potent. So the poison of a snake is so potent, even a small drop can kill you. And Guruji used to say, How, even a little wrong idea will make your mind disturbed. If I give you a cup of milk when you come home, please welcome, have this cup of milk, and you are about to take. I said, I just put one small drop of cyanide, one small drop. Little. No, I'm so full. Keep it. Even if I have not put it, your mind will be disturbed, right? In case he has put it. Many of our allergies are psychological. One lady was there and she did not like cauliflower at all. And it so happened she went to some friend's party, and friend's friend party. The friend knew that she doesn't like, or she's allergic to cauliflower. But friend's friend did not know. So when she went to the party, and then there are so many things were kept in the buffet. So she went, and then one particular dish was very interesting now. New, she never had that before. She put that and she ate. Wow, it's so nice, tasty. Second serving also. So when she was having that, and then her friend came, oh, you had that? Yeah, it's very nice. What is it made of? Cauliflower. When she heard that it is cauliflower, immediately she went to the restroom and threw up everything, vomited, and she got so agitated, she fell unconscious, and she was taken to the next room. And then there was somebody, the doctor was there, she came, and then she gave some, some IV or something. No. So everybody was disturbed, and she was also recovered from that. And she woke up and she told her friend, you know that I cannot take cauliflower. Why did you not tell me when I am putting it on my plate and eating? You didn't tell me. So the actual host, she came, what is going on? Why? What is the problem? No, this cauliflower she took, she cannot take this allergy. She's allergic. That's not made of cauliflower at all. It's potato. No, you see, it is not actually the thing, but it's psychologically there's a fixation. Most of our problem is all because of that fixation. Even if physically we are not allergic, mind can protest. This is not an exaggeration. In your dream, if a tiger is chasing you, you will sweat. Is it not true? While you are lying down on the bed comfortably, but your mind is imagining in the dream that you are being chased by a tiger, which is actually lying next to you. Anyway, so but that but because in your mind you are thinking that a tiger is chasing, you will wake up sweating. Maybe your blood pressure also go up. Nothing happened. Mind is playing a game. Most of our eating is psychological. I'm telling you. I want this, I like this. This thought process is what making you go for that food. It's not the body wants it. It's not your tongue wants it. Your mind wants it. Or mind hates it. In the same way, as much as the food, etc., it is applicable to all our experiences, which are essentially the love and hatred, likes and dislikes. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkadaha. They sukha and dukkham, it will all come. Bhagavan Krishna very clearly says, do not develop likes and dislikes. Joy and sorrow, heat and cold experienced by the body. But most dangerous one is ragadvesh. Tesham vasham na agached tauhi asya paripantino. They are the greatest enemies to you. Ragadvesh, created by the mind. So here, Bhagavan had taken the Alahala Visha and he had not consumed it. Aushadam Ati jwalakaram, bhikaram, frightening. Nikshiptam karalam, he kept there. Gale, Garalam is the poison. Garalam, Gale, Nikshiptam, held there. Nagalitam, he doesn't consume it. Na udgirnam, he doesn't spit it also. See, he took everybody's problem to himself. He neither threw it to make the external people, that the Bahyastitan, externally who are there, all the Devasas and Rakshasas would have been totally destroyed if he had spit it. Nor did he consume it, because the entire world is within him. That also would have been destroyed. So what did he do? Held there. That's why the sky is blue, because Bhagavan has kept that in his own throat. The throat of the Lord is this beautiful sky, blue sky, because that is where he held it. Neither it has gone to the heaven, nor it has gone to the earth. Nilakanta Maharaj ki jai. So, who else could do that? So, na alamba, don't you feel that it is sufficient for such a Lord to be worshipped? Na alamba paramopakara kamitam tu ekam pashunam pati. So the Lord who is compassionate, paramopakara kamitam, supremely helpful to everyone. So such a Lord, is it not sufficient for us to think? How we are so mindless. In that mindlessness, we also, so many impurities come to us through others, right? When we listen to or when we see, how much we react and create a hell outside also, inside also. Is it not true? All our troubles are because of that only. We are not able to tolerate, we are not able to digest, we are not able to hold it back. If only we can hold that, if we have the strength to hold, there will be no issue either from the people outside you, nor there will be any impurity inside you. So we don't have that titiksha. Bhagavan Krishna, Shankaracharya says, if only you do that. What is titiksha? Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam chinta vilaparahitam sa titiksha nikadyate. This is one of the important quality of a student. Neither you lament about it. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam. Bear all the troubles of life. Apratikara purvakam, without thinking revengefully. Chinta vilaparahitam. At the same time, don't have any chinta or vilapa. Don't worry or take that too much into your heart and then continuously condemn yourself. That is titiksha. So when you look at Bhagavan, you should remember, so how much he, with ultimate love for all living beings, neither he digested or put it inside to destroy, nor did he throw out to destroy others outside. So in our life, we should have this quality of the Lord. That's why I said, we must emulate the qualities of the Lord. What is tatatmyam? Identification means, when you are doing puja to Bhagavan Shiva, Shivo bhutva shivam yajeta. That's why you wear the, chandan, kugmama, the vibhuti, etc. because you have become Shiva before you worship Shiva. When you are worshipping Narayana, then you put the Nama, because Bhagavan is wearing that. I have to become him to worship him. So when you are, that is called true bhakti. When you identify with the qualities of the Lord, that is called true bhakti. Not wearing all the but no impurity of the mind, no identification with the Lord, just doing the rituals. That doesn't make you a bhakta. Bhakta hai, bhakta hai, bas. Guruji said, you are not a bhakta, you are only a vakta. You are only talking, you are not doing anything. So, is it not sufficient? Na alamba parama. We'll read again. Na alamba paramopakarakamidam tvekam pashunam pate pashyan kukshikadan chara charaganan bhakyastitan rakshitum sarvamartya palayano shadamadijwalakaram bikaram nikshittam garalam galena galitam nodgirnameva tvaya. Tvaya na nikshiptam, na tvaya na galitam. Na, you are not swallowed it. Na udgirnam. You need not even throw it away. Continuing here, the next verse is, what is the qualification of a bhakta? Smrutau shastre vaidye Shaguna kavita gana panitau Purane mantre va Stuti natana hasyeshva chaturaha Katam rajñam pritihi Bhavati mayiko ham pashupate Pashum mam sarvajña Pratita kripaya palaya vibho Smrutau shastre vaidye shaguna kavita gana panitau Purane mantre va suti natana hasyeshva chaturaha Katam rajñam pritihi bhavati mayiko ham pashupate Pashum mam sarvajña Pratita kripaya palaya vibho. Hey vibho palaya. Palaya means please protect me, take care of me. Oh Lord, pratita kripaya. Pratita means well known. With your kripa, which is very well known. Bhagavan Shiva is called what? Ashutosha. Ashu means quickly. Toshaha means one who becomes santosha. One who can be quickly made happy. He doesn't need anything. Ganga jal karo bas. It's so happy. Nothing else you need. He is not Alankara Priya. If you see in the Tulsi Ramayana where the way he was dressed before going to marriage, what does he wear? Ornaments. Snakes. Take snake and put it here, snake, put here, snake there. He doesn't need any kind of, give him one bilva leaf, he's so happy. Ganga Jal, that's so happy. So, if this is the decoration, he's not actually very happy about it. Too many things on my head, you know. What is that? Give me freedom. He's waiting for it, okay. You are taking picture, okay, now let me remove all this thing. I don't want any of those things. But interesting thing is what he has, nobody else can have. Snake. You want? Kapala. You want? Vibhuti from the smashan. You want? No. Halahal wish. You wish? That wish also we don't want. Because whatever is not wanted by others, he takes it. So simple. Ashutosha. So, Pratita kripaya palaya vibho. O Lord, which well known is your compassion. With that you protect me. Who? He Sarvajña. Oh, the all-knowing. What am I? Mam pashum palaya. Me, the one who is a simple little animal. So a bhakta should feel that the Lord, in front of the Lord, I am just a tuchh, not even a particle, a mere minute, insignificant particle in front of Him. Unless we recognize that we are nobody in front of Him, we will not understand His greatness. We feel ourselves so big, so I did this, I am great. When you keep thinking like that, Bhagavan says, until that you stay with yourself only. Only when you know you are empty, then alone I can fill you. One Zen master was approached by a student, and Zen master asked him, okay, what have you learned so far? Let me know what you have learned. So that fellow said, I learned this, I learned this, I learned this. When he was talking, the master took a jug of tea and started pouring onto the cup. The cup got filled up, and then the saucer got filled up, and then it started going out also. So the student suddenly stopped. Sir, don't you look at clearly? Everything is going out. It's full. Why are you pouring more? I can't pour more when it is already full. Understood. Understand? When you're full of yourself, how can I give you any teaching? Empty yourself. Then only I can fill you. So when one goes to the teacher, one should not arrogate oneself about, I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this. So here it is said, see here, what is that I know and what is that I don't know? Here the student or the bhakta, Shankaracharya assuming himself as the bhakta, I don't know anything. Think, Shankaracharya says, I don't know anything. Then where are we? Because in the world, people recognize only you have some qualification. In the past, if you go to the king to ask for anything, he will ask you to show who you are or what you know. If you are a poet, you have to sing. If you have a skill, you have to demonstrate that. If you have a product that you have made, you have to show that. If you are a painter, then show the painting, do the painting. If you are a sculptor, then do the sculpting. He says, Smrutau Shastre Vaidye. Aham Smrutau Shastre Vaidye Shakuna Kavita Gana Panito Purane Mantre Va Stuti Natana Hasyeshu Achaturah. Achatura means not at all skillful. At all. I don't know anything. I don't know the Smriti, meaning Shastra I do not know. Smriti Shastra, Shruti Shastra I don't know. Smrito Shastre, I do not know Vaidya, meaning I am not a doctor, I am not a person, a medical professional also. So, medical professionals are, how many of you are doctors here? Anybody? Raise your hand. No, see, nowadays when I ask question, nobody raises the hand. Yesterday I asked who is a psychiatrist, nobody raised the hand. Any Vaidya here? Doctor? No? Uh-oh. Because there is a famous verse, no? Vaidyaraja namastubhyam. You know that? You don't know the Subhashita? Vaidyaraja namastubhyam yamaraja sahodara. Oh doctor, I salute you, you are the brother of Yamaraj. Yamam tuharati pranan. Yama takes away only life. Tvam tu pranan dhanani cha. You take life as well as money. So I am not even a Vaidya. So Smrutau Shastre Vaidye. And then Shakuna. In singing, in compositions, Kavita, Shakuna Kavita. So in composing or poetry, I do not know. Gana, I do not know Gana, I do not know even singing. Gana, Panita, in also my expertise in architecture and such other design artwork, I don't know. Purane, I do not know anything about Purana. Mantre, I do not know any mantra. Stuti, I do not know how to praise. Natana, dance. Hasya, comedy or mimicry or whatever. Teshu achaturaha. So since I do not know any of these things, katam rajñam pritihi bhavati. How can a king will even recognize my presence? Because if anything is there, I can offer only, I am of some importance in the society, in the community. If I don't know anything, so who am I? Mai koham pashupade. Kaha aham. Who am I? In front of the king, who am I? Oh Pashupate. Therefore, without any of this knowledge, what am I? Pashu. I am just another animal only. I don't have any intellectual skills. Pashum mam sarvajna pradita kripaya mam praki or palaya vibhu. See, the attitude of the bhakta should be that I am empty, I am nobody. This does not mean you should look down upon yourself. Oh, Swamiji, that means we don't need to learn anything. Like, chalo, theek hai. I've been attempting to learn some skills now. That is all necessary. In front of the Lord, none of them will have any meaning. You may be the richest person, maybe the most skillful. In Chandogya Upanishad, there is a beautiful statement. Narada goes to Sanat Kumaras. And what does he say? Rigvedam Bhagavado Adhyemi Yajurvedam Samavedam Atharvanam Chadurtam Idihasa Puranam Panchamam Vedanam Vedam Pityam Rashim Devam Nidim Vako Vakyam Ekayanam Deva Vidyam Brahma Vidyam Bhuta Vidyam Shatra Vidyam Naksha Vidyam Sarpa Deva Jana Vidyam Edat Bhagavado Adhyemi. All these things I know. Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Dhanurveda, Ayurveda, all these things I have learned. Soham Bhagavo Mantra Vedosmi Na Atmavid. Even though I know all these things, I don't know who I am. See? Na Atmavidaham. See, we learn so many things in this world, but we don't know ourselves. Think. What would be such an empty living? Kaun hu main? I don't know that. Kastvam koham kuta ayatah kame janani komi tata. Who am I? Where have I come from? This question, Tattvam Chintaya Tadiha Brata. There itself, at that time itself, 8th century itself, he called all of us as what? Hey bro. See, nowadays we use those words. Hey brother, think. Think about all these things. You may know so many things, but you don't know who you are. So if you are living with a person for a long time and you do not know that person, then how will that be? Think about it. Nowadays you have the living together. Not marrying together, living together. Right? Now it's become a fashion. So one man and his girlfriend, whatever, they were living together for 10 years. So one day she asked, why not we get married? He said, who will marry us? I will tell you one more thing, just for you to understand. If you understand, understand. If you don't understand, don't worry about it. One lady came to me and said, you know, my friend's daughter, she was in love with one boy and they were together and then for 6 years, dating or whatever. And then they got married. Within 6 months, they divorced. So, Swamiji, what is this? So I said, you want an answer from me? Yes. But I'll tell you only once, you should understand. If you don't understand, don't come back to me. What is it? I said, their physics works but not chemistry. What? That's all I will tell you, then you think about it. So, when you are living with a person, you don't know that person, how difficult it is. And actually, when you say, I know this person, what are you referring to as knowing? Now, one more dangerous thing I'll tell you, but you should think about it carefully. So, let's say you're traveling in a flight or a train, and you are sitting, and next to you there is one more person there, right? And you don't know that person. You're talking to that person or whatever, you're just, how are you, and all that. Then you had gone to sleep. Let us say after dinner, both of you had dinner and you slept. And after 6 hours or 7 hours of sleep, you slowly woke up and you look at the other person. Then another 1 hour, he didn't wake up. Another 2 hours, he didn't wake up. 3 hours, he didn't wake up. You get very worried, this person. Will you sit there? Will you sit there or not? Tell me. If the person is dead, will you sit there? What is wrong? What is gone? What is gone? Whom you know? That person is no more. Will you be comfortable? Okay, chalo, bait de do, bait na do. You are so afraid. Is it not? Have you had that experience? Would you want that experience? Now, who is that whom you don't know is gone? When he is with life, he is Shiva. Otherwise, he is Shava. Think. That one which is present, because of which that person is alive or laughing or whatever, in whose absence is just a dead carcass there. That, do you know who that is? If I look at me that way, what about that same thing is in me also? Because of whom I am, without who am I? Am I an existence without that presence? Who is that and what is that? Kastvam koham. Who are you? Kuta ayatah. From where have you come from? Who is that in you? That I don't know. That's what here Narada says to Sanat Kumaras, Na Atma Vidasmi. I don't know who I am. Sarvam Janami. I know all the Vedas, all those things, but then Soham Bhagavo Mantra Vidosmi Na Atma Vit Shrutam Hi Eva Me. But I have heard Bhagavan Tvad from you people. I want to know Shokam Tarati Shokam Atma Vidi Iti Soham Bhavaha Sochami Tam Ma Bhagavan Shokasya Param Tarayatu. I heard that only upon knowing that presence in oneself, one can cross over all sorrows. Soham Bhagavaha Taradi Shokam Atmavit. This is a very important statement. It's a Mahavakya actually. Atmavideva Shokam Taradi. Only one who knows one's own self alone can overcome all sorrows. Knowing everything else cannot make you escape from the sorrows, and the ultimate sorrow is what? One's own death. Is it not true? Bhagavad Gita Kinchitatita Ganga Jalalava Karnika Pita Sakruta Biyena Murari Samarcha Kurute Tasya Yamena Nacharcha. Even a little you read Gita and little drink the water of Ganges. Do a little puja of the Lord. Then Yama will not fight with you. Sukrita Sakrita Biyena Murari Samarcha Kurute Tasya Yamena Nacharcha. He will not argue with you because he knows, you know yourself. So here he says, what am I? Katam Rajyam Priti Bhavati Mayiko Ham Pashupate Pashum Mam Sarvajna Pradita Kripaya Palaya Vibho. I don't know anything. A student should empty oneself so that the teacher can give you the right knowledge of oneself, and that knowledge will not only make you cross over the sorrows of this life, you will be elevated to the highest level of consciousness. Once it is so happened that Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi was in his ashram, and there are many scholars around him who were all talking about the Atma Tattvam, Brahma Jnana, and then about various subject matters. And they were all scholars, they were all talking in Sanskrit. So one young village boy who was coming there to have darshan of Ramana Maharshi, he went and saluted to him. And Ramana Maharshi, as usual, silently looked at him, he didn't say anything. So then slowly he said, Bhagavan, yes, these Mahatmas or the scholars who are all there, Mahapurushas, scholarly Pandits, they were all talking about Atman, Brahman, Prakriti, Maya, and this and that, Ishwaraha, Jiva. I just don't know anything. What is all these things? So, since I do not know any of these terms and terminologies and the statements and Mahavakyas, so how much time will it take for me to realize my nature? Can you please bless me? Do I have to learn all these things before I come to know who I am? So Ramana Maharshi smiled and said, you know that you don't know? Yes or no? Do you know that you don't know? Yes. The one who knows that you don't know, just stay there. What you know and what you do not know is at the intellect level. The level of the intellect is what assumes I know. And also it is that which is said to be I don't know. But what is that which knows what you know and what you don't know? Stay there. And that awareness you are, for which you don't need to know all these things. These are all vacha rambanam. These are all merely words. These people, they would like to show their scholarship. That's what they are talking about. But what you need to know is that Aham Atma. I am awareness, I am consciousness. So, you don't need to worry about what you do not know or what you know. Stay as pure awareness, which is beyond this knowledge and ignorance. Jnanamasti kim yatumantaram. Is there anything jnanam beyond that is there when you know yourself? So here, that Atma Jnanam is that which I am seeking from you. He is asking these Sanat Kumaras to teach him Atma Jnanam. All other things that I know are only Buddhi Janidameva. So here, "Oh Lord, please protect me." Margavartida paduka. Next verse. Is it not that? Why are you all quiet then? Oh, he didn't put it up. Margavartita paduka Pashupatehe Angasya kurchayate Kandushambunishechanam Puraripoho Divyabhishekayate Kinjit bhakshidamam sashesha kavalam Navyopaharayate Bhakti kim na karotyaho vanacharo Bhaktavatam sayate Margavartida paduka Pashupati rangasya kurchayate Kandoshambunishechanam puraribo Divyabhishekayate Kinchit bhakshitamam sashesha kavalam Navyopaharayate Bhakti kim na karotyaho vanacharo Bhaktavatam sayate. Bhaktim kim na karoti. What does the bhakti, the devotion cannot do? Aho. So now there is a famous story about the Kannappa. There is a various legends said about that. In Tamil, it's on a Kannappa Nayanar. Nayanars are those Shaiva saints. Bedara Kannappa in Kannada, they say that he was a hunter. And the story goes that there was a very wild forest in which there was a Shiva, small shrine was there. And a priest was there in the nearby village who would go every day and then do puja there, offering some flowers and fruits from the very forest, all the roots and fruits that are there, clean up the place, and like what we did in Abhishekam and etc., probably some water and other things, offer some fruits and flowers, and he would go. Next day he will come back again, clean up everything, offer that. That's it. Being a priest, he was aware of all the mantra, japa, chanting, what is to be offered, how it is to be, and all that. In that very forest, once there was a hunter. And once when he was going about in that very forest area, then he saw this small shrine. And he looked at it. Somehow his mind was so gravitated towards that Lord, and he stood there looking at him. His mind was so calm and peaceful, and he felt that this is some very powerful presence, and who is protecting the entire forest here. And he felt very loving towards that form. And he stood there for some time, but then he went back to his thing. And then next day when he came, and again he stood there, he saw the fruits and everything is kept there. So he said, oh, somebody is offering all these things into that, for that altar. I can also offer something. So what do I do? So then he went for hunting. And when he killed some animal, took some meat, raw meat, and he came there and removed all the flowers and fruits, everything. Put some wild leaves and put the mams also in front of him. Please take. He waited there. And when obviously, the meat was there only. It was not consumed. So he felt very, very bad. He is not responding to me. He is not eating. Probably he's full. So he went away. Next day when the priest came, what? The fruits were removed and meat. He was so agitated. He removed, cleaned everything, and then he cleaned up the whole place, chanting all the mantras and then pouring some water. Felt so unhappy and then very angry. Who could do this? He cleaned everything, removed the mamsa and then put it away and went back with all the flowers and etc. Next day, huh? Fruits. You take only fruits? Let me see, you will get meat. So he gave meat and then blood also. That. Waited. Nothing happened. Felt very bad, he went. Next day, this is the priest came. He was again agitated. Went. So now cleaned up everything, and next day the priest put all his flowers and fruits, etc. And he waited in the hideout and see who's doing all this. Waited for 2-3 hours. Suddenly this hunter came. So he wanted to stop him because he was carrying meat in his hand. So let me see what he's doing. So he went there, this hunter, and put the meat in front of him. He looked at, now take. No. Suddenly he noticed from one part of the, where the eyes of the Lord would be, blood was coming out. So he said, what is going on there? Blood? So he tried to put his hand and stop it. It was not. It was coming out, oozing out. I think something is wrong with his eyes. So what do I do? So if you are not taking meat, at least you take my eyes, probably. So he took his arrow and poked into his own eyes, removed that and put it on the Lord. Blood stopped. Oh, you want that kind of an offering? I didn't know that. So he immediately when I put this eyes, you are okay, very good. So happy. Then he saw the other eyes also blood started coming out. Oh, what do I do? Because if I remove this also, then how will I know where to put? So first I want to clean. So he looked for water and he did not found. And he took his saliva and cleaned that place first. That priest was getting jitters there. First of all, he looked at how this blood came out and it stopped. But he is putting the eyes and he is now putting his mouth water. And he was about to go there to stop him. But by the time the hunter, he took his foot, the slipper, and put the place where the other eye would be, where the blood is coming out, and then keeping that as a mark, now he was about to poke the other eye so that he can remove and put it there. That time suddenly there was a splash and Bhagavan appeared in front of him. Stop. Your devotion is much more than anything else anybody can give it to me. You are ready to sacrifice both of your eyes. Because I have not responded to you, you are giving your own eyes for me. Enough, stop. So when the priest was sitting there watching, I have been doing the puja for so many years. There is no response from the Lord. The fruit is fruit there only, and every day I have to remove it. But here, he has responded to this unpad, uneducated, illiterate person who is, but he always he also realized that how much sacrifice that uneducated person of love for the Lord is ready to offer. That is true devotion. You know? He fell at the feet of the hunter, said, I have been doing this so many years, but not with my heart. But you who had not known any mantra, any japa, anything, any upachara, no upasana, but your love is indeed such a great one. This is what in this verse it is said. Margavartita paduka. The paduka, that is the slipper of that hunter, is the decoration for you. Margavartita paduka pashupater angasya kurchayate. Bhagavan's kusha grass, who is usually worshipped, Bhagavan is ready to take the slipper of the hunter as the grass, as an offering. Kandushambu nishechanam. Spit. The water that is spit, by mouthful of water that is being spit by the hunter, has been used for nishechanam, as a sprinkling of water on his Shivalinga. Puraripo divyabhishekayate. Your abhisheka is none other than what is coming out of the mouth of that hunter. Kinchit bhakshida mamsa shesha kavalam. Even that meat that is being offered by the hunter was nothing but already consumed and tasted and kept there, because he wanted to give a proper tasty. So he was already tasting it, like what Shabari did. After tasting only she put it. Kinchit bhakshita mamsa shesha kavalam navya upaharayate. It becomes a most beautiful offering, naivedya for you. Bhakti kim na karoti. Aho. What devotion cannot do? Vanacharaha bhaktavatam sayate. A dweller in the forest becomes the crust jewel of bhakti. That is to say, Bhagavan wants your heart, nothing else. Is it not Bhagavan? Krishna also said, what does he want? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. Tadaham bhakti upakhrutam. What do I take is only what is offered as devotion. The Lord takes only the love. So Gurudev used to say, one flower, one fruit, one spoon of water, sufficient. Patram is check leaf. So patram, even a blank check is sufficient. Okay. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upakrutam ashnami prayatatmana. So, whether you see in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Ramayana, everywhere it is an example is given of Shabari. Here it is Bedara Kannappa. All these people who have become, he is elevated to the level of a Shaiva saint because of that innocent bhakti, innocent devotion. Implicitly, effortlessly, spontaneously, lovingly, emotionally, full of love when it is offered to the Lord, that he would consume at once. Then with all elaboration and all these various many different preparations we give, with no heart for the Lord, it has no effect at all on the Lord. Lord will take only the love and devotion. That's why we keep one modak to him only. Rest of them is in the kitchen. Because if you give all of them, he will take it, then what will happen to us? Then we say, Tera tujhko arpan. We know that he won't take, so we put only one there. So, but Bhagavan, when he takes it, even that little one that is given with love, that becomes the greatest. So it's an example of a greatest love is even the vanacharaha, one who is dwelling in the forest. Bhakti kim na karotyaho vanacharaha bhaktavatam sayate. Marga vartita paduka pashupate rangasya korchayate. ಕಂಡೂಷಾಂಬುನಿಷೇಚನಂ ಪುರರಿಪೋ ದಿವ್ಯಾಭಿಷೇಕಾಯತೆ ಕಿಂಚಿತ್ ಭಕ್ಷಿತ ಮಾಂಸಶೇಷ ಕವನಂ ನವ್ಯೋಪಹಾರಾಯತೆ ಭಕ್ತಿಂ ಕಿಂ ನ ಕರೋದಿ ಜ್ವನಚರೋ ಭಕ್ತಾವತಂಸಾಯತೆ. ಓಂ ಸರ್ವೇ ಭವಂತು ಸುಖಿನಃ, ಸರ್ವೇ ಸಂತು ನಿರಾಮಯಾಃ, ಸರ್ವೇ ಭದ್ರಾಣಿ ಪಶ್ಯಂತು, ಮಾ ಕಶ್ಚಿತ್ ದುಃಖಭಾಗ್ ಭವೇತ್. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ.